Hello, Brian's from Midnight Gaming Emporium. In 1991, when I bought my Neo-Geo AES, it had two versions to choose from. Silver Edition came with one controller and no game, or the gold one that I picked up had two controllers and the choice of one game: Baseball Stars Professional, Nom 75, or Magician Lord. Lucky me, chose the one with the worst bundled game, Magician Lord. If you like Sega Genesis music, you will love the techno beat of this game. Amazing detail in both background and character sprites. Very smooth and fluid animation, and all the game characters as well. The controls have a slight stiff feeling, but are very responsive. Now for the problems. Terrible enemy placement, off-screen spikes and traps make for a frustrating memorization game. Bosses all have unavoidable hits. The part that bugs me the most is how much wasted potential its two-phase power-up system had. The first is a 3-stage projectile power-up that really seems to only increase the size of your shots. It doesn't increase how many you can shoot or increase their damage. The other are the orbs that change your character's form and projectile attacks, but it doesn't change how your characters play in any way. So much wasted potential. Maybe someday the sequel that was scrapped will be finished and will show what this game really could have been. Well, I can always hope.
What imprudent, you human being.
I have such a love-hate for Magician Lord. Every time I play it, I see how much potential this game really could have had, but it just didn't work out that way. It's not a bad game, but it's definitely not one I could recommend playing. If you do, I have one word of warning for you. Beware the frauds. Brian from Midnight's Gaming Emporium, signing out.
Summer 1975. A nightmare awaits me. I am being recalled to Nocturne headquarters. Do I have to go back to the hell again?
Nom 75 was one of the first AES carts I got, and is believed by most to be the first Neo-Geo game ever made, because it is the only game that does not have the Neo-Geo startup screen and chime at the beginning of it, which is actually software based, not a hardware boot up screen like most people believe. It has some of the best digital voice in any Neo-Geo game.
Taken to Nom's backwoods.
The music is absolutely fantastic. It really helps suck you into the game, something a lot of modern games are sorely missing. Graphically, not on the same level as Magician Lord, but it still looks very good, and it really shows off the system's power at scaling multiple sprites at once. I also like how it leaves holes where your bullets hit. Non-stop action with very fluid animation and controls makes it that when you die, you know it is your fault. Seriously, listen to this music. It is absolutely fucking fantastic. The boss battles all offer a unique, challenging experience that is fun and never frustrating. Also, if you do well on a level's end boss, you get to fight a secret boss at the beginning of the next level. This may not sound fair, but remember, originally this is an arcade game, and I always took it as a compliment as the game telling me that I did really good. There are very few power-ups, but they are very powerful, and at no time and point in this game do you feel like you need them to beat it. Beating the game can feel bittersweet. It's very short at under 30 minutes, but it does have two endings. You can't continue at the game's final boss, so if you lose your last life, you get the bad ending and have to start over again. The first time I got the good ending was a real feeling of accomplishment. It made seemingly endless replays of it worth it, especially the home version, which had only 3 continues. This is the game that made my purchase of the Neo-Geo worth it. It is one of my favorite games on this system. NOM75 has stood the test of time and is just as fun now as it was when I first purchased it back in 1991. NOM75 is my first Midnight's Gaming Emporium recommended must-play. A 2-player full playthrough is coming soon. Brian's from Midnight Gaming Emporium, signing out. Bye.